Alright, so this is day one of the elk series. So today I'm just trying to scout a new area. I'm over in Laramie, usually hunting back home, but Laramie, Wyoming. I'm not going to tell you what area, but yeah, I'm going to see what I can find, if I can find anything, any elk sign, anything like that. Also probably a decent place to camp, because how my schedule is, I can probably camp up here for 4 days out of the week, or 3 days out of the week, which would be nice. Obviously it's not hunting season yet. Once I'd be in full camo, I probably wouldn't be talking right now. I'd probably just be wandering in the woods. But yeah, like I said, this is day one. Yeah, so just looking at a new area, trying to find stuff. Don't know what this area is like. So far it's very wet, but it looks like there's like a lot of elevation shifts, so that could be advantageous for the wind. Because right now, the wind's kind of swirling right now, but when I first started out, it was at my back. Now it's kind of coming from like that way on me. But yeah, there's designated trails and stuff like that, but so I'm gonna try and find some place to hunt. I don't know exactly what I should be looking for. I forgot my binoculars. I'm a mess. Like I said, I'm moving into college too this week, but so I take a chunk out of my day to come and do this. See what I can find. See if I can make sure I can find my way back to the car as well. If this wasn't so close to the road, this area would be a good place to, set up. Maybe see if I can kill something in this area, but road's right behind me. I think this area gets a lot of pressure too, so I think I gotta send it pretty deep into it. But man, that's beautiful. But yeah, day one. See what I can do with it. Alright. Well, I've been walking. I'm just thinking. Just decided to share some information with you. So I'm heading off the south side of this area. Not even this area, just the south side. This is the south side area. So the problem with that is, I'm hunting. This is a general area. Is you have 3 or 4 general areas and one draw area, which I didn't draw because I didn't put in for it or any of that. But the problem with that is it is not as the draw area is on the north side of the road, and most of the non-draw areas on the south side of the road. But just to keep myself safe, I went down the south side, which is, how trees grow. This is very interesting. The northern hemisphere pine trees like to grow on the north side of mountains. I don't know why, but so the north side's a lot thicker. It's a lot better for elk hunting, in my opinion. So the only problem with this is I have to go down the south side slope, right? Which, I mean, right now is pretty thick, but up behind me where I was first going through is still pretty open. So it's just something else I have to think about when I'm hunting, is what slope am I on, all that sort of thing. So is this ideal? No, but is it starting to get better farther and farther down this canyon I go, because there's probably a creek or a river at the bottom of this. It keeps getting better, so we will see what happens and see if I come across any fresh sign, because I've been coming across a lot of old sign right where I first came in. There's a lot of on the game trail right now. There's a lot of these around here, so I mean, it's a pretty active area for not having like an established hiking trail, so to speak. But it's getting close to hunting season. They know when hunting season happens, they go deep, even if it is archery season. So today is the, I think, 19th of August. Archery season in this area opens up the 1st of September. That just so happens to be a Sunday, so there's going to be a lot of people out here. And Labor Day's the next day. So it's going to be a rough opening day, I think, just because there's going to be more people in the woods than there needs to be. Or there usually is. I shouldn't say needs to be. Just more people in the woods than there usually is. And yeah, but I think with the way my schedule works, like I said, I can come out here and live in the woods 4 days out of the week, 3 days out of the week, so it'll be good. I think I got a really high chance of getting something this year. I hope I get something. That's always the hope. But archery season, this might seem a little counterproductive to some people, but archery season is, here's a nice trail. But for me, archery season, I don't go after meat, and that's like, oh, well, what are you doing it for? And the reason for that is I go deep, and it's not a lot of fun packing out a cow elk deep in the woods, deep in some nasty, gnarly stuff, because I've done it before. And I mean, a bull would probably be a lot harder to do, but it would be more worth it, so to speak. And plus, the way I see it, rifle season is for meat, and the archery season is for like a trophy, so to speak. I mean, either way, I'm still getting meat off the animal. It's not like I'm just going to shoot them for the rack, but where I go, where I'm planning on going, they got to be a pretty decent bull for me to shoot them, so there is that. But yeah, I'm just rambling, talking to you guys while I just keep getting deeper into this canyon. But I do think this is looking like a good spot. What would like top off the day for me, it would be finding like a wallow or a rub or something like that. But so far, I think this is pretty decent. Like I said, I think I gotta send it a lot further into the woods to actually get something decent out of it. But it's nice. It's kind of like home, because uphill is the car and downhill is the area, so won't be as hard to get lost. I still might get lost. The other area I hunt, which I'm gonna do a little bit there, because I have to go home this year. I turned 21, and where they're sending my stuff is, anyway, so I have to go home in the middle of September this year to pick up my ID and everything. But yeah, so like I said, you're gonna see my stomping ground, a place I know like the back of my hand, place where I missed a shot at a monster bull a couple years ago. So we're gonna do a 3 or 4 day excursion into that area, so that's gonna be fun. Anyway, I just found some neat stuff, and I'm gonna keep going. It's just, yeah. Alright. So, this isn't looking really good for me. I ran out of trees, pretty much. And this is the area. It's kind of the area I'm actually planning on camping. There's water that runs like right over in there. But something pretty neat. It's back when this was wet. Where'd they go? There's elk tracks. Here. There's something too, is you can't always be looking up in the air. I look at the ground a lot, so it's easier for me to see this stuff. But like here we go. There's an elk track right there. There's like the hoof. That's like the middle of it. There's another one. So yeah. So it's looking promising. This was back when this was a little wet, a little more wet, I think. They were coming through here. But there's a lot of tracks. I just come up on another one. But I think where I'm planning on camping might be a good place to camp, just because I can look over into all that with binos. That's all the area that I'm planning on hunting to. Anything on the south side of the road is public, but I'm also pretty close to the Colorado line, so we also got to keep that in mind. But I don't think I'm within walking distance of it. So, or I am, depending on how stupid you want to be. But yeah, so there's a creek that runs down the middle of that. That could be helpful if we're, hunting. There's something on the other side, and we need to play the wind. We can play the wind with the creek. But yeah, right now the thermals are changing, and now it's blowing up the hill into my face. So yeah, I don't know. So this is first year hunting this area, and probably gonna be my only year hunting this area. And yeah, so there's a trail down in the canyon, like a Forest Service trail for hikers. So I don't want to spend too much time around it, because I kind of want to be up in the thick of stuff. So we're gonna ride kind of this ridge out, so to speak, but we're gonna be down on the kind of on the slope of it, not on the top of it. So make of that what you will. Tell you what, there's a lot of petrified wood around here, which is really neat to see. But yeah, update you guys if I find something neat or something goes south again. Like I said, find a lot of old elk sign. There's nothing new. I said, like old tracks, old crap, just, I need to find like a wallow would be the ticket to know, hey, there's going to definitely be elk in this area when archery season rolls around. And who knows, this area might just be a giant bust where I don't see anything, and I waste all this time. This is probably the area I'm going to hunt this year, just from the looks of it, because that side over there looks really good as well. But this is kind of easier to get to. It's a better place to like set up camp and things like that. So I'm gonna kind of wander around the woods a bit more. Said I'll catch you if I find like something interesting, like a rub or a wallow. There's an old rub right there. You can tell it's a rub because the bark here is all peeled away. That's not from like it dying or anything. That's because it died. It's peeled away and channeled. So that's an old rub. But okay, all right. Just as I was saying that, this might be the ticket. I don't know how excited you can. This right here. Let's see. That's very fresh. That's a very fresh rub. So you can probably hear it in my voice, but this is very exciting because that means there's elk in the area. I mean, I don't know how good you can tell, but that's definitely a rub. I don't know how big he is, but there's bull elk in the area recently, like very recently, because that's a very fresh rub. So, I mean, that stick I was talking about, it's like, oh, that looks like a rub. It's just literally right over there. Where is it? It's this bendy stick right here above this pine tree. Well, I said, oh, that looks like an old rub, so we found it right next to it. So that's very promising, and I think I see another one. So, like I said, that a wallow would really cement it, but these rubs are getting me excited because it's my first time ever in this area. I don't know what is in this area, if there's even any elk in this area, right? I mean, it is a general unit, but yeah, look at this. Look at that rub. Look at that scrape. That's a little bit older. It's gonna get a little bit discoloration, but that's definitely an elk scrape. This is exciting. First time in a new place, and I'm finding good signs that elk are in the area. I mean, that first rub I come across, that was probably, I'd say this, I don't know, honestly don't know how long you can track it, but there's still like sap on the outside of it, so that is a very good sign that there is potentially a couple bulls running around this area that they are thinking about fighting. So that would be very cool if that was the case. But yeah, I know this is going to be kind of like a little bit more me giving a lot of exposition. And right there I just caught a whiff of elk, so they're in this area. That's very cool. But so we got a creek or a river running on the bottom. I bet you could hear it, but yeah, that just boosted my confidence way up. So this is definitely where I'm gonna be hunting this year. But yeah, check this out. This is a big old petrified tree that's been broken up over time. I mean, it's a really beautiful piece right there. But yeah, it's really neat. There's some pretty cool stuff in this area of the country. Anyway, I'm gonna quit talking. I'm gonna get back to work. I said I'll start videoing again if I find another rub or something neat like that. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm probably gonna get tired of seeing this, but this just helps me know that I'm doing something. I wouldn't even say doing something right. I'm in the right place. But here, this is very old. This is a rub right here. And the campsite I'm gonna be camping in is just right up the hill from it. It's right up, like, in that area. So it's a big flat spot. And if I walk a little bit, this ridge is right there. So if I walk a little bit that way, I can glass into on the next ridge. So that would be like an hour walk, which is like neither here nor there. But it's just, I like being on this side because I don't know, because that side's got all the trails on it. So I like being away from that. I don't like being on the other side of that, so to speak, because that's real easy for someone to walk down there and walk up the cliffside, or the hillside, so to speak. But yeah, the campsite I'm probably camping at is right behind me, and it's it's just a little cold camp. There's ruffed grouse. Just got up. Scared the hell out of me. Got up right in that little dirt patch. Whew. Yeah. So that's also a good sign. But yeah, so there's ruffed grouse for you. But yes, this is good. I said what would top it off for me is if I found a wallow, which can be pretty hard to find. But yeah, that would top it off for me. That'd make this whole scouting trip like worth it. But next weekend I'm probably gonna come up here and camp, or not, depending on what I need to do for school. So, but yeah, I think this is very promising. Hopefully there's not gonna be any other hunters in this area, but given this is my first year, I can't say one way or the other. But this is kind of very far off any trails. Like I said, there is a trail down there, but a lot of it, like to get up to this part of this part of the ridge, so to speak, you'd have to go up a big scree field. So I hope there's not a lot of hunters here, but you can never know that until opening day. So anyway, that's a grouse. Here, it's over there somewhere. That's good that we got grouse in this area. I have found that a lot where I kill my elk, there's usually a lot of grouse. I mean, is that correlation bias? Someone who's a math guy could probably answer that to me. But like rough grouse is usually, or just grouse in general, is usually a good indicator of, to me anyway, of elk. So there is that. Like just about every time I go and kill an elk, I see grouse. So that's a good sign for me. I don't know if it makes sense to you guys, but this isn't an established trail. But look at this thing. Look at that. That's getting some use. So hopefully there's not a lot of, hopefully this isn't, like I said, I don't think it's an established trail, but hopefully no one's using it. It's just animals and me. But yeah, like I said, I'll probably get back on here when I find a wallow. Would be the cap, and you probably don't see that. You'll either see a video of elk or a wallow. But, or if you don't see me, look at that. There's a big elk track right there. But so if you don't see me at a wallow, you'll either see me filming elk or back at my place and just giving you the rundown of what happened today. But yeah, this is very exciting. Place I've never been before. Just started walking, and I found some very good sign. That's very promising. So I got that going for me, I guess. But yeah, so next time I'll be picking up the cameras for a wallow or elk or rundown of what happened. So yeah. Alright, so I don't know if this is a wallow or a water hole, but it's promising. It's very, very promising. The fact that it's kind of like dug out a little bit leads me to believe that this is a little bit of a wallow, not a big wallow, but you got elk tracks all around it. So they're using this. And then like scum on the top also leads me to believe that this is a wallow. So is that first time being here? Definitely gonna mark this spot, but this is a good knowledge to have that there is kind of a wallow in this area. So yeah. Alright, so that wallow drains. So this leads me to believe that there's a thing on a potential wallow that I think there's a bed. There's a bed. See all this laid down grass right here? Someone's bedding here. So yeah, this is good. This is really good. Been very productive. I haven't seen any elk, but I've seen tons of elk and animal sign. But yeah, there's this wallow. That wallow is up there just a little bit, but it runs right through here. A little wet, but right through here, runs into this. I don't see any elk tracks, but again, there's some big water, right? There's a big mud hole. They like using those. So this is very, like I said, like this makes it like a complete day. This makes me very confident in this area. The only thing that concerns me is I did run into it's very old, there's like 4 bones left, but a pile of bones. So my hope is that's just a kill, like a winter kill or something like that, or something that just died. It's my hope, and that it wasn't someone hunting. This is very concerning. Now, there's a fire pit right here. Shit. That's not good. And there's people in this area that know about this area, which you tell one person, you tell 100 people. But it's good to know that this is here, because I will be hunting like Fridays and Mondays, Monday mornings, Friday afternoons and Monday mornings. So hopefully that's a lot of the riffraff will clear out of here. So hopefully that's not a bad sign of things to come. Like I was saying, I did find a pile of bones, which concerns me a little bit. The people might also be hunting in this area. That fire pit doesn't look like it's been used. It looks like someone was just camping here. Hopefully it wasn't like hunting or anything like that. But anyway, the plan now is, and I think that's also another thing, is this is actually really close to a trail. So yeah, it's very close. So that could also be potentially what that is. Who knows? I hope it's not. But like I said, that wallow, that's got my spirits up, because it's, you know, like I said at the beginning of this video, that would just cap off my day, make me very confident in this area. Definitely going to be hunting this area this year. Hopefully there's not a lot of people. And the thing is, too, is I have access across the drainage. But right now, I'm kind of heading out. It's almost noon. There's another reason why I'm out here, is because elk are like dusk and dawn animals. They don't like coming out during the middle of the day. So when noon hits, you know, it's usually pretty good, but that's why I was out here at like 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock this morning. It's decreased my chances of elk sniffing me or something, or winding me or something like that, and me busting out this area before I even have a chance to hunt it. So they're usually all bedded down. So yeah, right now I'm just trying to figure out my way out of this place, and then a lot of deadfall here, which is very, I don't know if frustrating is the right word for it, but it's very difficult to navigate, especially when you're just trying to do one thing, right? But there we go. Closer to the end here. Yeah, there's a trail. Nice. I mean, you can hear me stepping on a lot of it. There's a lot of deadfall, since it makes it tougher to navigate. Just because, you know, you don't want to be stepping on sticks, breaking twigs and shit like that. We're trying to be quiet. So, yeah. Anyway, this is, so that wallow really loves up my confidence. It is about a mile away from where I'm planning on camping, so there is that. But that's just a little jog in this type of wilderness, so I got that going for me at least, where it's not crazy. Like where I hunt, there's some crazy cliffs and ups and downs, so at least this is a little bit easier walking, because a mile back into my archery spot back home is tough. A mile here is light work, so relatively speaking. Man, there's a lot of petrified wood around here. There's in a field of it again. But yeah, this is a very productive day. Got the wind blowing in my face, so I might stumble across some elk, but I doubt it, just because there's a trail at the bottom of this, and people like to be loud. So, but yeah, this is very productive. Found probably where I'm gonna go camp. This area, the only thing that's into this area is like I said, there's a road close to where I started out this morning, but this area, there's not really any good ways to access it, so to speak. Like not really like super easy, like right next to the road, other than this trail here. So like the only thing that I could think of is people riding horses in, and that's a very real possibility. But it's worth it because, oh gosh, I found some water again. So it's worth it because I think that scree field's going to keep a lot of people out. I think the trail is going to keep a lot of people out. Like following the trail is going to keep a lot of people out. But yeah, very productive day. I'll catch you guys back in the car unless I see an elk. But yeah, now I gotta go wander around till I find this trail. So yeah, I'll catch you guys probably back in the car. See you then. Alright, so I just made it back to the car, and yeah, I can tell I'm a lot more out of shape than I need to be, but the final stats for the day are, it took me 3 hours, it was 7 miles and an average speed of 2.5 miles an hour. Yeah, I can tell I'm a lot more out of shape. I also don't have any water, so that was a lot of fun too. 3 hours wandering around in the woods with no water. Last mile was rough, but made it out, realized I'm not in as good a shape as I thought I was, but that's kind of par for the course. I do think this is going to be a great spot unless I get invited somewhere else, but yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's the video into day one of the hunting season. Technically, it's not hunting season yet, but day one is over of the elk series. So catch you in about a week, probably. I'm gonna go back out again.